The answer lies in people's thoughts and their thinking. And it's tremendously helpful to people to understand that that's what causes the feelings that they're having. And for them to understand that but for those thoughts, they wouldn't be having those feelings. So the very correlation between morale and the way you feel and what you're thinking at that moment is very helpful to people. So if you have an issue of morale, the way you want to solve it is that the employees will understand something, gain some knowledge and some personal understanding that will help them with their own morale, with their own feeling state. And suggesting that it is a thought issue. It's not an issue of the problems. It's not that the problems create the bad morale. It's the bad morale creates the problems. When people have bad morale and don't have a good feeling and they're resentful or dissatisfied or whatever, it compromises their decisions. It hurts their work ethic. It makes them less patient. Everything, their performance goes south. See? So the problems that you're seeing are a result of their psychological functioning. It's not the other way around. So the first step is for people to see that connection. The second step is to see that thought is very variable. It changes all day long. Like even whatever issue you're thinking about, whatever thoughts you're having, usually they don't even last 5 minutes. They're stronger, they're weaker. They get off your mind. You think about going over to have a coffee, your mind clears, and all of a sudden the feeling changes, and then you get back, you start thinking about the problems again, the feeling comes back, and sometimes it looks like it's just unbelievably bad, horrible, and other times it seems like a nuisance. Well, it depends on the thinking that you have. And you don't have to change that thinking. All you have to do is understand that that's all that's happening. Thinking changes on its own. People get new thought. And when they are looking inside to the fact that they're thinking, the new thought is more facile, it's more available, it happens quicker. If instead of looking inside, they're focused on the problem, and they keep thinking about the issue or the problem or what's wrong in the company that's so-called making them feel that way, their thinking tends to hang around longer. So when life is seen as thought, thinking is much more resilient, much more facile. When life is seen as external problems out there, people tend to get stuck in those unwanted feelings for a longer period of time. Now, in business, it takes some doing to show people that the conditions of the business, the performance levels of the business, are an effect, not a cause. That there's something behind people's capacity to perform. Okay? It's not determined by their expertise. It's not determined by even their work ethic. There's a feeling state, that and a state of mind and an internal factor that empowers people's performance. That factor helps them to have their experience work for them. When people don't have this power, this wisdom, experience makes them rigid. They say, "Oh well, this is how we've always done it." When they have, when where they're coming from is more leveraged and more intelligent, they see the role of experience and how to use it properly. Work ethic is a factor of energy. How much energy people have. People are bogged down in bad feelings. They don't have the energy. That's why you can tell them, "Well, look, get going." I can't. It's hard. Me too. When people's spirits are low, they don't have the energy. Interpersonal is the same way. When people heads are in a good place, they understand the role of thought, and, they get along well. They're much more patient. They listen better. So, thought is a central character. And the central understanding is the fact that we feel our thinking. In fact, that's all we feel. Everything that we feel, everything that we experience is coming from our own thinking. If you get a company of 50,000 people, every one of those people all day long are creating their feeling state and their experience all day at work, at home as well, but all day at work. And people who understand that find that their thinking changes in ways that's good for them and good for the business. So this is in summary, this is a whole different take on morale. That morale isn't caused by problems. That the problems are caused by morale, and morale is nothing more than what's going on in the feeling state that you have in your mind that is caused 100% by your thinking.